Vivier. Stop!
Okay, up. Come on, Callie, up. Come on. You go up. Okay. Ready? Ready? Oh, good girl. Doesn't know proximity very well. She likes to run in front of you. Spin there. It's a little hot. Ready? Drop some. Okay, a little bit of focus there to get her attention. I want her to try her best to look at my eyes. That's why I don't have the treat pouch healing in between an object to get her as close to my leg as possible. She does really good there. Try to keep the energy high. She does pretty good with the weaving. Still need to contact her or point her in the right direction. Now this gets a little bit funny because she doesn't drop very well, which is actually a pretty good thing. I may not have enforced it very much in the stage 1 because I want her to do a formal canine drop or a competition down, or a Platz in German. Right now is to teach her how to drop cans down. There isn't a real right or wrong way in dropping, but the most challenging down is to have the front legs in one place. So this is very militant. If you have a dog that does this and goes up and down, back and forth, they'll stay in one place. Whereas most dogs that drop and get up, drop and get up, they'll slowly start creeping forward because their front legs start crawling forward. Keeping the energy high. Showing a little love. Skip a little bit forward. Center still requires yourself to pivot in front of her. Eventually, hopefully, she can go around your leg in between your legs. Centering is very useful when it comes to protecting your own dog. You'll notice in this video that I continually switch things around. This is the difference between training and teaching. Training is usually a drilling for the dog to do something without really knowing why or how to deduct or scaffold. In education, we teach our child or dog to figure things out. So it's more self-motivating, and in the future, it helps your dog to learn faster. So it's a slower process in the beginning, but the dog will love learning more than drilling and killing in the form of training. An important side note about me grabbing Callie and pushing her down, some people may call it manhandling, but if you've never used grabbing as a form of reprimanding or correction, then it's perfectly fine because she doesn't feel that she's done anything wrong. She trusts that I won't harm her. So for any dog, do not grab them as a form of correction or try to grab them and drag them to the crate, because once you do that, you'll never be able to hold the dog and teach the dog what you want them to do in training. Okay, this is just another day. Probably our second or third day in Bitework. I'm trying to get her focus. Notice how sloppy she's sitting. So funny. Without pushing her down, she's learning to do the proper Platz or drop. She thought I wanted her to center. I love that hop whenever she does the spin. So much energy. She's so proud of herself with the drop. She just can't wait to do the drop right now. I'm trying to grab my bag. Do not correct. There's no room for correction in Bitework, because that's one of the things, especially for Callie, to learn without any fear of doing something wrong. So you notice right there I threw something. I think it was my tug Frisbee, and she didn't retrieve it. That's fine. I'm not trying to create a retriever out of her. I want her to be a protection dog. So when she gets it, I don't even care that she releases it. In fact, I don't want her to release it. I want her to have a constant bite, because she should want it bad enough. There's going to definitely always be that form of possession that I want. I want to make her grow. So when she ever needs to stop a threat, she has zero need to release that threat. Of course, eventually releasing will be taught, but in much later stages. So one way of making her release an object is just to grab another object and give it to her. So we just keep switching it around, and if you really want her to stop, my way is just to try to trick her out of it. So if she accidentally releases something, I'm going to grab it all and then call it a day. So when it comes to Bitework, there are many different objects you can use. With the tug, it's usually a ballistic cordura or firehose material or French linen. Those materials allow about a medium amount of grip when it comes to the teeth puncturing. But when I want her to learn resilience or grit, I don't want her to lose that bite. I just want her to enjoy the game. So that's where this shirt comes into play. She'll easily puncture through the fabric and have a good grip, and then we can play tug without worrying about her bite. But with the other materials, she'll learn how to use a proper bite to maintain that bite. And see, you can notice how much fun she's having just knowing that she's achieving her goal, as in keeping that fabric. So it's a lot of fun with a shirt. Just know that when you introduce something like this, don't have her around when you're folding towels. Callie's doing really well here. Her confidence is rising. You can see that primal rip and tear action. That's something very impressive. A lot of adult dogs and videos you'll find on YouTube don't even do this. Sit. Cheater. Ready? Ready? Good girl. One time.
This one's off the screen because it's 30 power.
Good girl. Good girl.
Good girl. Callie. Let me use the beach one. Callie. Callie. Ready? Come here. Here, guys.
This is one of Callie's very first Nosework lessons. So I put her in a crate that's covered, and I basically just stand there and say, seek. Trying to let her figure it out for herself. She thinks that she needs to drop for it. She has no idea what's going on. But it is dinner time, and she did see me with her bowl, so I want her to try to sniff it out. Once I think she has an idea where the food is, I'll reward her.
Where's the food? Where's the food? You smell it? Smell it? Come here. You smell it? Is it there? Good. Sit. Yes! Look, here it is. That's good girl, Callie. Spin. Good. Drop. Good drop. Stay. Okay. Ready? Spin. Spin. Good girl. Come here, Kai. Sit. Tight. Sit. Good girl. Good boy. Ready, Cal? Sit. Good girl.